Hey guys, welcome to Old School Bodybuilding. So today in this video I wanted to talk about Vince Gironda's 8 sets of 8. So there's a lot of variations of this out there, but I wanted to go to Iron Guru and kind of get, see what the source, the horse's mouth, has to say on this. So the article is entitled Vince Gironda 8 sets of 8. And so it starts off, the 8 sets of 8 method of training was one of Vince Gironda's favorites, something he called an honest workout. The 8 sets of 8 method of training involves picking one exercise per body part and by using the same weight for every set, completing 8 sets of 8 reps with minimal rest between sets, which Vince was always a big fan of. The 6 sets of 6 and 10 sets of 10 sets and rep scheme were done the exact same way. They were just less sets and reps depending. So the question is, should I start with 8 sets of 8? And it reads, likely not. And I would agree with this for myself and my own experience too. And it goes on to say, although most people don't listen to this piece of advice, they jump right into it without even thinking. It comes from the mentality that we're brought up with that goes something like this. The more you work, the more you earn. While that may work for making money, it doesn't work in the gym. Do you see anybody doing 20 sets of 20 or even thinking about it? That's pretty good. A good primer for this is 6 sets of 6, which most people find easier to complete, both mentally and physically. 6 reps isn't that much, and 6 sets isn't that much to wrap your head around and your body either. It's a good way to get a handle on picking the correct type of weight and learning to minimize the rest between sets in order to progress. Do you just do one exercise for 8 sets of 8 program, or 6 sets of 6, 10 sets of 10? It says yes, but unfortunately, due to some articles, including a section in Vince's own book, The Wild Physique, that describes the pre-Olympia training of his pupil, Mohammed Makawe, many people think that you do more. Some people can handle more than one exercise per body part. Doing each exercise for 8 sets of 8, Mohammed Makawe was one of them, and he was a genetic super who did it in short periods of time just before Olympia, the Mr. Olympia. So, and he was, like I said, genetic freak. So don't start out doing this. It says most people, however, cannot and will quickly overtrain. Most should stick to just one exercise, do it correctly, and focus on minimizing the rest time between sets. Remember, working more hours may earn you more money on the job, but the extra exercises and sets in the gym won't necessarily build more muscle. And so just a little bit of my feedback on this. I've tried 8 sets of 8 different types of schemes. I've read different types. And I've found that it to be very, very difficult to achieve. I think even myself included, and probably most people, start off with way too heavy a weight, and they can't complete the 8 sets of 8. And I would probably start off, and I think Vince actually speaks about this in somewhere. I can't remember where I read it, but he says to start off with 3 sets of 8, and then progress up to 6 sets of 6. Actually, no, I think it's 5 sets of 5, then 6 sets of 6, then go to 8 sets of 8. So if you're a beginner, do not start on 8 sets of 8. It'll be way too difficult for you. But maybe start out with the 3 sets of 8 and try to progress up to this 8 sets of 8. And I wouldn't do it for an extended period of time because it's extremely grueling. So be very, very careful with doing this scheme. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment in the section below. Thanks.